Hey everybody, it's Harry from Set Up a Daddy BBQ, the YouTube channel that teaches you how to master barbecue so you can spread barbecue love. If you love ribs and you love garlic, you come to the right episode. In this episode, I'm going to be showing you guys how I'm going to make a 40 clove garlic crusted spare rib from scratch. We're going to smoke it on the pit and then render it to garlic perfection. And this dish actually should be called garlic with spare ribs instead of garlic crusted spare ribs. But if you love garlic, come join me for this episode. We're using the Weber Smokefire EX6 to cook the ribs. I just want to show you a little mod that I did. I have foil pan at the bottom to catch the grease. I find that this helps a lot in cleanup. I have a pan on the left and a pan on the right. If you guys want to try this mod, I think it works really well. I have less cleanup to do before I cook my meats. That way I can focus on cooking, not cleaning. That's my least favorite task when cooking barbecue. So the pan goes underneath the grates. Some folks have been putting the pan between the flavorizer bars and the bottom rack. You can also do that, but I think it's a lot easier to put it at the bottom. A regular, inexpensive half foil pan rack fits right at the bottom, like so. So it makes cleanup heck a lot easier. All right, let's begin by chopping up the garlic. This is also an excuse for me to play with my knives. This is a Drowel Strong Shogun knife. Absolutely gorgeous 10-inch chef knife. Great for cutting up stuff here. And good for knives. For people who like to play with knives, this is definitely a knife you want to use to chop up 40 cloves of garlic. Of course, you can use a food processor to do this, but hey, what the heck, you know, much more fun cutting it with a beautiful, beautiful Damascus knife. Garlic is one of the oldest pungent herbs in the humanity, and I think it goes back like 5,000 years. It's been used for food, medicine, even aphrodisiac, as money, even as magic potions. And they think that garlic came from Central Asia or somewhere in Siberia, and today I think China produces like 80% of all the garlic in the world. And the Crusaders actually brought the garlic back to Europe, and then later on the French, Spanish and Portuguese settlers introduced the garlic to America. And the garlic actually comes from a family related to onions and leeks, chives, and shallots. And a little bit of trivia here, he was worshipped by the Egyptians as a god, and they use it actually as local currency. And they even found these garlics in these urns in Egyptian tombs of the departed. So it's even used for the afterlife. But we use it for cooking, and that's a lot of garlic. We're going to chop it up into a fine dice, and then I'm going to add a little bit of a binder to it like oil. And then we're going to coat our ribs and get it all happy, seasoned, and cook some wonderful garlic spare ribs. Gonna get our slab of ribs ready here. First thing I want to do is remove the brisket bone. This is good for soup. Take away the diaphragm. Trim around any of the fatty areas here. Some of the thin parts here is best just to trim off and then mix soup stock with it, because some of these parts will burn and get hard. False bean here. Put insertion point to the pectoralis. Fascia. Silver skin. Any thin parts you want to just trim away. Use it for soup stock. Because you don't want it to burn. Okay, let's pull the membrane. Let's done with a piece of tissue. Let's find a bone. Finger underneath. so. Use the napkin to hold the membrane so it's not so slippery. If you can't get all of it on, no, don't worry, don't sweat the small stuff. Okay, ready for seasoning. I'm gonna add a little bit of oil to the garlic so that do the slurry. I'm gonna divide about half and half, maybe about 2/3 to go to the front on the meat side, and about 1/3 goes to the back, like so. Let's get some smear on it, a bit of mustard. It's entirely optional. Helps to get the product to stick in the meat. Garlic up. You want to wear gloves when you do this because you know your hands will smell garlic for days, which may be a good or bad thing depending on your spouse and your family. Alright, let's get some of my all-purpose glove rub on it. You do the all-purpose on the bone side. Put it down. Okay. And we'll flip it over. Chicken rub on the other side. I have a large 1 centimeter hole so that my rub pours properly. So I'm OCD and I'm very obsessive compulsive with details like that, because that's what it takes to win First Place USA. Shake the rub, try some. You want a nice even coat of the chicken rub on the meat side of the ribs. A lot of teams are winning first place using this combination. Alright, pat it down. And we need to let this rest at about 2 hours. It also allows the garlic to kind of settle in and get the meat to absorb the garlic. It's going to be absolutely amazing. $2.75, and we're gonna give it a spray. Alright, I want to show you a little black belt trick. I brought the ribs on a little piece of wood, 3 pieces of wood here. See that? Okay, get a nice tilt so it drains off. I'm gonna now spray it with some, I can't believe it's not butter. The garlic ribs took about 3.5 hours to get crusty, and once it's crusted, you can go ahead and wrap it up and put it in a foil pan and then put them in the oven. I like to cook in the oven once it reaches the fall stage, because the ribs don't care whether they are in the oven or in the pit, and I like to save fuel, so I cook in the oven. You can cook it in the pit if you want to, so do what you like. Because I always say BTU is BTU is BTU, and I like to save money. So we're gonna let this cook until it gets to be about probe tender in about another probably hour and a half, hour 45. The ribs are super tender after sitting in the wrap phase for about 2 hours and 15 minutes. I just wanted it to be nice and super soft. Usually when I serve ribs for family, they like it super falling off the bone, tender. Let's slice it up now. Alright, here's the garlic rib, dripping with garlic goodness here, falling off the bone tender. Take a bite of it. Wow, I'm not sure how to describe. This is like ribs, you know, flavored with garlic, but it's actually garlic flavored with rib. It's really, really good. I like garlic, so I like a dish like this. So beautiful bite, nice smoke ring on it, and just a superb bite. I'm gonna have another bite. It's so good. Wow, that garlic has crusted onto the rib, kind of melted in. So if you imagine the way you kind of like bake or you oven roast garlic to the point where the garlic is like butter. This is how the garlic is now. It's kind of like butter. When you touch it, it's like soft, you know, comes about in your hands. It's almost like eating a garlic spread rib. And if you love garlic and you love the flavor of pit roasted garlic, that is kind of like a butter oozing on top of it, like a soft little butter. This is really a good eating rib. I'm gonna take a third bite. It's so good. It's almost like eating a baguette, but instead of the baguette, you have the meat, and the meat is smothered with kind of melted butter, soft roasted garlic. So this is really an enjoyable way to have your ribs. If you like garlic, try this recipe. This is a 40 clove garlic smothered rib. So absolutely fantastic. And nothing is done until Beans is having his share. He's jumping on my leg now, asking me where is my garlic ribs. Okay, so let me set up a little bit for Beans to try. He's wagging his tail. So let me give a small piece for him to see if he likes my garlic crusted ribs. So Beans, I have the rib here and I have the rib tip, and I want you to let me know if you really like garlic ribs. Go. Okay, he's smelling it. And he's eating the rib tip first, together with little knuckle bones here. And going in for the kill on the rib meat here. This dog does like garlic. And that's 40 cloves of garlic right in the rib. And if folks are wondering why he's so shaggy, it's because we're all quarantined home in place. So he's not had a chance to visit the groomers. So he's kind of like a little snuffleupagus here. And at least it works because the weather's been cool in LA, down to the 50s at night. So when we go for walks, he doesn't seem that he's too cold because he has quite a lot of fur on his body due to the quarantine. We can't take him to get groomed. Thanks for joining me on this fun cook to make some garlic crusted ribs. I hope you will try this recipe at home. If you love roasted garlic, you love ribs, this is definitely a winner for you to try. Until the next video, we will see you.